Do you know what, if I'm honest, this is a video that's long overdue. I should have done this a long time ago. I want to pay a tribute to a man today who over the last year or so has become one of the best friends that I've ever had, and that takes a lot of achieving. Richard Inman, a man amongst men, someone that for me stands out in the crowd. And I'll tell you why. I first met Richard on St George's Day 2024, so not that long ago. We immediately hit it off, and something that I recognised in Richard straight away was an honesty and a genuine passion for what he does, for what he believes in. What I've learnt with Richard is there's no ego. Well, there is a bit, but there's no massive ego. What really matters to Richard is that we win. What really matters to Richard is that our children and our women and our country has a safe and bright future built on the Christian values that he believes in so strongly. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. He's the first one to admit it. Richard has made mistakes in life. Like the rest of us, he's not perfect. Just like Tommy, just like me, just like any of us in life. None of us are perfect, right? But Richard really is the perfect friend in many respects, and he's also the perfect representative in many ways for what we believe and what we do. There are things that Richard says that I don't always agree with. Richard's approach to things aren't always my cup of tea. But I know that he has a good heart. I know that he has a red, white and blue heart. And I know that all that actually matters to him is that everyone is happy. Even those that have been responsible for attacking Richard in the past, and there's been quite a few of those people, he doesn't bear any grudges. He doesn't bear any hatred or malice. He's made mistakes, but what's important is he recognises those mistakes and he tries to put them right wherever and whenever possible and whenever he can. I've met a lot of people within this movement. Some have disappointed me. Some have disgusted me. Some have just turned out to be not who they pretend to be. But then on the other hand, there's also been some people that have excelled, in my opinion, at being fabulous people, fabulous friends and fabulous human beings, and Richard is one of those people. The more I get to know him, the more I respect him. And one of the things that I want to mention today is that, look, I'm sitting here as I speak on, what, 267,000, I can't even remember, subscribers, but a lot more than Richard. Richard probably has about a third across these two channels, Richard Inman and Counter Media, and it's frustrating because he deserves more. Richard should have more subscribers than I do. Richard is right up there, in my opinion, with Tommy himself. Richard has been putting himself on the line. He's allowed this movement to ruin his business, and to many respects, in many instances, his personal income and his personal life. He's sacrificed all that for the cause. I only know one other person that's been prepared to do all that, and we all know who that is. The bottom line is Richard doesn't get enough credit or enough recognition for what he does. And I want to ask everyone today that follows me, that follows my channel, that supports me and supports the movement and Tommy, to get over to Richard's channels, as I said, Counter Media, Richard Inman. Subscribe to both channels. Show Richard the love, respect and the support that he deserves. Like I said, is he perfect? No. Does he make mistakes? Yes. Does he sometimes say things that I don't always agree with? Absolutely. But none of that matters. He's a good man with a good heart, and he wants the best for everyone. And there's not enough of those people in the country. We can never have enough people like that in the country. I want everyone to understand that whilst I'm a relative newcomer to this scene, it took me years to find the courage to open my mouth. And even now, here I am sat in bloody Spain because I don't want to end up the wrong side of a steel door. Richard is never gone anywhere. He's still there. He's been there since, I don't know, 2016. He's been at Tommy's side. He's been at all the demos. He's sacrificed pretty much everything for the cause. You tell me who else deserves your support more than Richard Inman.